What's going on, folks? So, the band Moonlight Haze is back here with a new song. I believe this is their third single, if I'm not mistaken, from the new album, which drops May 23rd, very, very soon, right around the corner. And yeah, I'm excited because I enjoyed the previous singles, so I wanted to do a reaction before the album came out. And so here we are. I'm going to be checking out their new song, Awakening. And yeah, I mean, this is in preparation for their new album, which I'm looking very forward to. If the other singles are anything to go by, but let's see what they're bringing here with this song, Awakening, shall we? Rangers, go.
Thunderstorms and rain, dim light, cloudy days, beaten by the hail. There's no shelter, only pain. In a blink, those times will go away. Fading colors start to shine again. Gather secretly, all of my dreams will become sweet melodies. Open my eyes and see the beauty that lies in the little things. Treasure in everything, blooming like spring. This is my awakening. Wandering everywhere, let me get lost in the ocean's deep. Sun above the trees, flowers dancing to the breeze. The heartwarming scene of the new season breaking in. Scents and colors carry me away. In a heartbeat, I can breathe again. Gather secretly, all of my dreams will become sweet melodies. Open my eyes and see the beauty that lies in the little things. Treasure in everything, blooming like spring. This is my awakening. Wandering everywhere, let me get lost in the ocean's deep. Gather secretly, all of my dreams will become sweet melodies. Open my eyes and see the beauty that lies in the little things. Treasure in everything, blooming like spring. This is my awakening. Wandering everywhere, let me get lost in the ocean's deep.
Wow, lovely song. What a lovely song. Oh, man, this album's going to be really, really good. I mean, all of these singles so far have been great. Great. I mean, this band, they are, yeah, I feel like they're really taking things to the next level, and this album's going to be something quite special. The only thing I'll say about this song, and it's funny, I kind of said this about a different song recently, is that end, like I feel like it ends a smidge too abruptly because after the final chorus and all that stuff, the piano or keyboard kind of comes back in again to do that lovely melody that was there like in the intro and whatnot. But like I feel like it should have been extended just a little bit. Like we don't need more vocals or anything, but let that keyboard melody and the music kind of just breathe a little bit longer, because the vibe of this song is so good. And after you have that final chorus and then the way that keyboard came back in, I was like, oh heck yeah, like this is awesome. And then it ended. I was like, oh man, like I just wanted it to go a little bit longer, just to really, I don't know, it just felt like it should have kept going. Again, I'm not talking like an insane amount of time, maybe 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it could go for like another 30, but that would end up just being a little bit too much. But yeah, I mean, just give it like 10 or 15 seconds of the music at the end, just really carrying that vibe and then the mood and the feeling before it kind of stops. Or even like have it go and have the song fade out, because that sound, it's the kind of sound and feeling that I feel like a fade out at the end could work really well, as opposed to just kind of ba 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 and then stopping. So yeah, it because the song, it just it's so lovely, and it feels so organic and almost ethereal and a bit folky. Like, when I say folky, I mean some of those like vocal melodies, especially like the chorus, and even the music itself, it's almost like kind of tender. And I guess that's what kind of conjures like a folky sort of vibe. Like, you're in the woods, and even with her, she's like in the woods at times, and it just has that, I mean, I'm trying to think of like just the right word, but all I'm coming up with is kind of like folky or like ethereal or whatnot. But there's like another, like almost like nature centric. So yeah, and so having that at the very end, having that keyboard melody and the music just going a bit longer, maybe 10 seconds, and then fading slowly, kind of fading out, diminishing in volume and stuff. I really, really think that would have been great. Like a wonderful way to end the song. But as it stands, I really enjoyed this song. I mean, that keyboard was beautiful and wonderful. I love the melodies, and like just the overall tone of it was awesome. I love especially in the first verse. The second verse was more of a combination of bass and guitars. But even in the first verse, like about like halfway through the verse, the guitar kicks in a bit more. But for the most part, that first verse was very, very like bass driven, which I thought was so cool. Like the bass just thumping, it really just gave a cool vibe. But then the guitar comes in, and I love those riffs. I love how the guitar itself never really kind of takes over the song, which to me is important for this sound, because the keyboard gets to shine. It was also really cool, like I said, having that bass-driven like first verse, and throughout the song I just like the bass a lot. But the guitar is there to just, I don't even want to say like add a nice like crunch to the song, because it's not like so much crunchy. It just it just adds maybe a little power to the song, and I love the way the riffs were done with the guitar and all of that. It just worked super, super well. Again, like falling in line with the overall mood of the song and fitting in with the rest of the elements, as opposed to, again, just kind of taking over or something. Everything was allowed to kind of work together beautifully in like cohesion to just create a lovely, lovely sound. And then the drum work as well. Some really nice fills in there to kind of bridge the gap between sections, and keep the momentum kind of flowing a bit, again, without like overtaking anything. So this song musically, I feel like was executed wonderfully, and just such a wonderful sound. And then the vocals. I mean, she has such a good voice, and she has a strong voice. Like, on other songs, she really can have some power behind her voice and take charge and all that. But this song, it was dialed in a little bit, and I think that in particular is where some of that tenderness came in. I mean, the music itself, again, wasn't like aggressive or anything, but the vocals really balance things out by adding that nice kind of tenderness. And, in the verses, the delivery of the lines adds a little bit of an edge without like too much, because this song, it's never just like, like really like, hitting you or anything like that. But I like the vocal melody in the verses because there's a slight edge to the delivery, even though her voice is lighter, but it fits with the groove in the verses, and I really dug it. And then the pre-chorus was a really nice segue, and I was waiting to see how this chorus was going to play out, because the way the pre-chorus kind of like builds in, I was like, okay, so is it going to get a bit more kind of in your face? Is it really going to hit us in the chorus, or what's going to happen here? And then the chorus comes in, and I like I said before, I've always really liked her vocals and her voice, and she did a wonderful job like leading up into the chorus. But then when that chorus hits, and her voice just really takes things kind of to the next level as far as like tenderness and the higher notes and just her delivery of it just really sold that again, that almost like ethereal and folky kind of, you're in these magical woods almost, and all that stuff. It was just glorious. I mean, her vocals in the chorus were incredible. And I loved the melody in the chorus. It just had such a nice vibe. And that's the thing, too, that this whole song, while being a bit on the softer side, it had an awesome rhythm. Like, there is a little bit of a pep to it. So it really is this cool blend between having a nice rhythm and a touch of pep to it. Nothing's like super aggressive, but there's maybe a slight edge in there, which to me there's a bit of like power behind it, especially like with the guitars. But then there's also this softness, there's this gentleness and this ethereal quality, and her vocals there in the chorus were just awesome, and I love the melody and the whole song. What a song. I mean, I really enjoyed this song a lot. So I'm looking so forward to this new album. This song might be my favorite of the singles, to be honest. Their first single, if I'm not mistaken, really grew. Like, the more I listened to it, the more I really liked it. The second single I liked quite a bit, like right from the start. But I think the first single ultimately I enjoyed more. But the second single was still like really good. But then this one, man, it just hits. Like, it just resonated with me quite a bit. So this one might be my favorite. But regardless, all three, great. So I'm super stoked for this album. Again, May 23rd, right around the corner. But yeah, let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song here? Are you looking forward to the new album? Are you longtime fans of Moonlight Haze? Like, how do you feel like these singles and this song in particular kind of fit within, their history? And I mean, to me, I just really feel like they're moving on up, like really taking things to the next level. So this album, I think, is going to be a banger. But yeah, let's talk about it, and I'll catch you all next time. Ranger out.